From wherever you are in the Republic of Kenya, across our borders and beyond, good afternoon. You're right in time for the 4 p.m. news coverage. You are watching TV47 News Now, where we get to inform you on what is happening at this hour. My name is Samson, Jura, and I'll be with you for the next couple of minutes to ensure you are up to speed with everything happening in the country. 22047 is the short SMS code. The hashtag on X is TV47 News Now. We are also streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube at TV47 Kenya. Let's begin the broadcast. Survivors of the Chesongoch landslide in Elgeyo Marakwet County are appealing for urgent humanitarian aid, including food, clean water, and temporary shelter. Elgeyo Marakwet County Governor Wesley Rotich said the county has received donations of food and other essential supplies, promising that all relief items will reach the intended beneficiaries without misuse. Search and recovery operations are still underway, with residents urged to work closely with rescue teams as the number of recovered bodies now rises to 35.
Led by the National Disaster Director, Colonel Samoei, and a huge multi-agency, people from Red Cross, from both government and the NGO world and even private sector, who are managing this process. They are the ones supporting the families. So ours is just to collect and to send to the committee. Secondly, we have now have an account and a pay bill where people can have that money deposited, and we are not going to touch that money until the committee and the victims are consulted. We are just collecting it. The county has just provided a mechanism to collect. After that, the committees will go and sit down, and after they have agreed totally on how the money should be spent to support the families, then the money can be released as per.
And to some matters health now, the Nairobi County government, led by Governor Johnson Sakaja, faced tough questions from the Senate Health Committee over the deteriorating state of healthcare in the capital. Healthcare workers have accused the county of failing to pay salaries for over 4 months and are ignoring promotion requests. The Senate Committee is now conducting a wide assessment of Nairobi's healthcare sector performance, with Governor Sakaja defending his administration's handling of the crisis.
Secondly, Honorable Chair, you can see that the crux of the matter, and something that I think this committee should focus on, is that response at page 3 saying that all the ICU beds at Mama Lucy and Kenyatta National Hospital and Kenyatta University Teaching and Referral Hospital were full. That is where the problem is, and that is where our focus should.
I'm sure you remember, even when you were governor, the number of issues on Pumwani, on Mama Lucy, DC, that would come up every week were very high. Chair, we changed first the governance structure of our hospitals to make sure that each hospital is led by a CEO at the level 5, not a medical superintendent. A medical superintendent is good, but their training is on offering medical services. The introduction of CEOs, and you can be a doctor and be a CEO, but you must have additional training on hospital management.
From Nairobi, we head to the western part of the country, where Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka led a delegation of Kamba elders to Kisumu and Bondo in Siaya County, where they visited the grave of the late former Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga to honor his legacy. Kalonzo described the late opposition leader as a true Democrat who dedicated his life to the pursuit of justice, good governance, and development for all Kenyans. Accompanied by elders from Mukambani, he praised Raila's commitment to national unity and said his vision extended beyond Kenya to the entire African continent.
Because today I have come to mourn my late brother, Raila Amolo Odinga, with whom we went to the trenches to give this country a good, reputable, respectable, democratically oriented nation. The type of nation that young Kenyans have been looking forward to, and in fact I've literally agitated. So I'm dressed this way literally to remember that I'm going to honor the father of maandamano. We resisted, and Kenyans are still resisting bad governance. Kwa hivyo tumefurahi kabisa, tumeambiwa Kisumu dala. Tumekaribisha Kisumu. We'll pay a short courtesy call on Governor Peter Anyang' immediately from here. And I think the rest of us will be moving to Bondo. So, and then, of course, the members of parliament, the former members like Mheshimiwa Ezekiel Mweo, Mheshimiwa Patrice Ivuti, Mheshimiwa Ndoto is actually the chair of even the wing of Ngema upande of Mount Kenya South, literally, is here. And so we're very excited. I've just been talking to the Kamba local stations out there. And we are all united in mourning our late brother, Raila Amolo Odinga. That's why we have come. And we like what we are seeing. People of Kisumu, people of Siaya really welcomed us. I spoke to Governor Jim Orengo. I think they're all waiting, supporting Mama Aida and the family.
Elsewhere, the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, EACC, has conducted an operation and arrested 5 traffic police officers along the Busia-Kisumu highway near Busia town on allegations of extorting money from motorists. The suspects are currently being held at the EACC Western Region offices in Bungoma for further investigations and legal action.
Wapongeza tu wale wa DStv kushika male maskari kwa sababu ya traffic nini vitu ya hongo hiyo. Wacha washike ndio sasa Kenya yetu huenda ikawa tutakuwa na maendeleo poa. Kuna juu ya ufisadi, waache ufisadi ili Kenya yetu huenda itaendelea. Juu ufisadi imefanya vitu mingi merudi nyuma. Kasi iko chini, maisha imerudi nyuma kwa sababu ya hongo. Mtu ameshalipa gari yake kutoka mahali ametoka, anafikisha mzigo yake, wakishafikisha kwa barabara anaanza kumsumbua.
Naunga mkono kwa maana ni kama ndio hobi yao, ndio tabia yao ya kuchukua hongo barabarani, lakini mimi siwezi laumu maafisa wa polisi peke yake. Na laumu pia wateja na pia wenye magari, conductor na dereva. Kwa maana mteja anaona gari imejaa, yeye anajisunda ndani anajaa kabisa. Na Wakenya nao wanaogopa kwenda polisi. Sasa polisi anaposimamisha, utaona sasa pesa inaanza kubadilishana mikono.
Elsewhere, the Kenya Tourism Forum held demonstrations in Nairobi to protest the sudden increase of park entry fees by 8.5%, saying the move threatens the tourism sector and thousands of jobs. Stakeholders have urged the government to scrap the new rates and initiate fresh consultations to protect the tourism industry. On her part, the Principal Secretary, State Department for Wildlife, Sylvia Museya, said a meeting will be held tomorrow to discuss the matter.
Once again, we are just here to reiterate our saying no to KWS plans of increasing our park fee by 8.5%. They've already tripled the park fees and we supported them because they said, oh, we need money to run our operations. But now it feels like they are pushing too much. They are taking advantage and they have introduced an 8.5% on all charges.
So at the end of the day, this park fee that has been impacted on them or has been forced to the travel agents is going to affect everybody.
Pia tunauliza KWS na shirika zote ambazo zinahusika. Tunavyoongeza bei, inamaanisha ile spending power ya tourist ambaye amekuja Kenya inarudi chini. Kwa sababu ule mgeni alikuwa analipa $40 kwa siku, atalipa $100, samahani.
We need to meet with the tourism ministry, TRA and all the players. So that as government, to some what you are bringing today, what you brought to KWS on Monday, what you've written to us, we look at each and everyone and see how we can answer your queries. And we will answer to the best of our ability.
Over 100 newly trained professionals have graduated from the Livestock Training Institute in Wajir, equipped with skills in animal health and range management to strengthen Kenya's livestock sector. The graduates are expected to help combat drought-related losses, control livestock diseases, and restore degraded rangelands in arid and semi-arid regions. Stakeholders say the initiative is a long-term strategy to build local expertise and reduce reliance on emergency interventions during climate shocks.
This booklet, I saw that the theme,
of our economy. The livestock sector contributes immensely to Kenya's GDP, food security and livelihoods, especially in the arid and semi-arid lands. Skilled livestock technicians, animal health officers and farm managers will play a critical role in achieving the goals of Kenya Vision 2030 and the bottom-up economic transformation agenda (BITA).
System, we aim to ensure that livestock farmers and graduates like you can participate competitively in both local and export market.
Congratulate you for that. This is a noble cause. You will be consulted by sad, hopeless farmers whose faith depends on you. Please give them hope and not despair.
Now we take a look at what is happening in the world of sports, and we begin in the ring, where on the 21st of November 2025, Calcutta Promotions will debut Friday Fight Nights at Mass House in Nairobi, marking the launch of a premier international boxing series in East Africa. The event will feature a world-class 10-fight card headlined by former WBC world champion Fatuma Zarika, and will bring together top professional boxers from Kenya, Tanzania, the DRC, South Africa and the United Kingdom, broadcasted to international standards across East Africa and globally. Friday Fight Nights Nairobi will showcase Kenya as a rising hub for world-class sporting and cultural events.
21st of November, Mass House in Gong Road. It's a boxing event not to miss. A fully stacked Kenyan card. We've got a influence about, two famous Netflix actors from Kenya. They'll be doing an influence about. I'm making my professional debut on the show. I'm from South Africa, and it's the first of many. It's the first of many action-packed, amazing nights. So the boxing fans and to even people who don't know boxing, it's at a nightclub. There's going to be an after party. It's going to be awesome.
The 21st is our first Calcutta Friday Fight Nights into East Africa. We've done 70 across Southern and Western Africa, but this is the first entry. And we're coming in with a hot card. So we have the best Kenyan boxers, I think. We have Fatuma Zarika, Rayton Aquiri, Joshua Wazike, George Onyango, Emmanuel Chuvoli. Basically everyone we could find at the top of the tree in Kenya and East Africa, we brought them onto this card. And then we've complemented that with international fighters. So we have, for this one, we have 1 South African and 2 UK fighters. And that will be the cookie cutter for every show we do forward, making sure we give the platform for the best in Kenya, the best in East Africa, to perform against, ultimately, worldwide opposition.
The card, all the boxers who are going to be there have been there, they've been tested, wamekuwa world champions, wamekuwa Africa champions, na wakuje waone. For so many years, hatujapata boxers from Britain. I think more than 20 years or 25 years. I've never seen boxers coming from Europe to come and fight here. This will be the first time. Na naomba wa Kenya wakuje wajitokeze kwa wingi, waweze kushangilia watoto wetu, waweze kuchukua hizo titles, na hapo ndio itaonekana kama vile ilikuwa.
You know, we've seen for a long time, Kenya used to be very big in boxing. You know, even Kenya has won Olympics, Kenya has won Commonwealth, but for a while that hiyo ikazimia kidogo. So what we are doing as a media house, as a Cape Media, as a TV47, Radio 47, Sport FM, is to try and revive boxing in the country, to make Kenya the home of boxing, the powerhouse in terms of boxing. So we brought together some of the major boxers within the region, and we are hoping it's going to be an electrifying night that will not be forgotten in a very long time.
And 40 teams from 5 wards in Langata constituency are set to compete in the inaugural Abbas Super Cup, a tournament aimed at nurturing talent and boosting grassroots football development. The tournament draw was conducted by former Harambee Stars player including Paris Oboya ahead of the competition's kickoff on November the 10th. The games will run until December 13th, with the grand finale expected to draw large crowds and local scouts.
Imetusaidia tunakuza talent hapa mtaani, tunaweza kuona watu wengi kuanzia wadogo mpaka wanapanda juu. Kitambo kumekuwa na notion ya kuwa national team inatoka tu pande ya West. lakini saa hii at least tumeonyesha pia sisi pande hii yetu ya Lang'ata tunaweza toa, pande ya Kibira tunaweza toa talent. At least saa hii national team kidogo unaona.
At least anajaribu kuinua talent hata mtaa, hata si mtaa mpaka Lang'ata kila mahali.
I think hii ni tournament mzuri sana kwa vijana. Naweza sema ni a good motivation to the youth.
It's the first edition. Tournament yenyewe like ni kuleta vijana pamoja, ni kama form of empowerment. So tournament yenyewe itaanza 10th November, itaenda mpaka 13th December. Na alafu this tournament kuparticipate peke yake, team kucheza inalipwa 50,000. Sio wanalipa, wao wanalipwa kucheza.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is all the time you had for this hour to bring you the news. My name is Samson Jura. Do continue watching TV47, and of course that is not the end of informing you, as we still have this and much more stories always available to you on our website at www.tv47.digital. Also follow us on WhatsApp at TV47 Digital, on Facebook TV47 Kenya, and on Instagram and on X TV47 Digital. Do have yourself a lovely evening. Bye bye for now.